All right, I'm sure my mic is on too.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to leave your laptop there or what?
Yeah.
Okay. Where's my glasses? So, how was your weekend?
It's good.
Yeah? Okay,
Yeah.
all right. Let me see. All right, now.
Careful.
So,
It's okay.
yes, I did some studying on some important stuff.
Yes.
I got to go to the chiropractor here in a bit. I was all looking for my phone.
Why don't we talk about what you learned today?
What exactly?
Remember? Okay, so you were on the phone. We were on the phone last night about my hours, and then you told me you were gonna teach me some stuff from like.
You want me to teach you that?
Yeah, from your secret book.
On the phone?
Mm-hmm.
Should we wait a little bit first, or you want to?
I just want like one little thing.
One little thing?
Yeah, I bet it's juicy. So.
Well, it has to do with like following up. Believe it or not, we were implementing it right now.
Really? Okay, let's talk about that.
You want me to keep on packaging it?
Yeah.
We don't want to talk about the fact that you told me you were gonna bring me some spicy mangoes and you didn't. You want to talk about
that? I brought you watermelon.
Yeah. I brought my mangoes, by the way.
Yeah.
I go to the chiropractor.
Yeah.
So I mean, here, like, let me see what I could share. Okay, fine. You know what?
Yay.
The only way I want to share, I'm not going to share directly.
Yeah.
Because I kind of want to keep it low key a little bit.
It's a secret.
But if you unpackage what I'm about to say, it's exactly what I learned in a more abstract way. Okay. So everything is meta, right? As a matter of fact, before, just since the making of this video, I wrote a post this weekend and I said, we're reaching a critical mass. We are reaching a critical mass society where everything is meta. Now, when I say stuff like that, it seems a little bit abstract. I think when people read that kind of stuff, it's sort of like, what the fuck? But it's because it's weird what's occurring. It's weird. I once went to Los Angeles, and every time I would talk to people, you could kind of tell they were low-key wanting to be actors, and they would basically like kind of get into a character every time they would talk. Like me, okay, watch. I'm gonna get kind of interesting. I think this is interesting. Me right now in this moment, I really am this way. I really am Jacob. I don't have like a character I'm falling into. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna do my best to remove as much, like mask off, no characters. Just this is me. This is watch. This is who I am right now. Yeah. This is really who I am.
Jacob Adams.
I don't have anything else than this. Got it? Do you feel that? Can you feel how real that feels?
Yeah, the tension. It's like, this is serious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Watch. Now you try the same thing. Say, this is who I am. No characters, no masks. This is Nicole. I'm Ashley. Tell me that sentence so I can feel it. I can feel it. Yeah, that really is you.
This is me. This is Ashley.
You're Ashley.
This is me.
No characters,
no
games.
character, no games.
This is you. No see, I can sense it. I can almost sense. You see how you start seeing like the person behind the image. I'm not saying you're acting, but you put on a little charm sometimes, and that's good. I like it. It's nice. But I did see right now the person that's kind of behind all of it. Right now, I can sense
all the mask off.
Right. What I was getting to is that sometimes when I went to LA, you could tell like it was almost every time, more often than not, 80 to 95% of the time, you were talking to people and they would kind of get into a character. Like they thought they were like in a reality show, right? And so even right now, we're being recorded, I'm going to upload this, but I'm doing my best to sincerely just be me, period. No, nothing.
Yeah.
Right? No hype, nothing. Okay. And so what am I getting at? What is everything is meta? So remember we started this 90-day challenge and we talked about how everything is meta and how everything, and we went into that a little bit deeper.
Yeah, we did.
Before I got into a meeting today on X, which is Twitter, on X, you know that it's,
Yeah, it's X now.
Yeah, well, I saw how there were some guys that stole a car. They record themselves stealing a car, and then they record themselves killing a cyclist.
Oh.
So they ran over a cyclist. They killed him. He's dead. They're being charged for murder. And I don't know, and you have to ask yourself, who put this video up? Right? Okay, so what is meta? Remember, meta is when you are, it's like I said, so I wrote that post, is that there's a critical mass in society happening where it's like we're we're almost like always knowing that what we're doing is always on some level content worthy. Did that make some sense?
Yes.
Okay. And so I cannot think of any other reason than to record yourself evidence of you stealing a car,
because that's like
and then killing somebody. Yeah. You've incriminated yourself.
Exactly.
And then why is this on X now? Why is this on Twitter?
For content.
For content. Who was it? The police officers that released this? Who released this evidence? Was it them? Were they dumb enough? You get me?
Yeah.
And so it's like, any way you cut it, it's still what I said yesterday. Just yesterday I wrote how everything is meta, where everything, and so then you think, who owns Instagram? Facebook, which his name is Meta. The name of Facebook is now Meta. Did you know that?
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, that's the name. And so then it goes into what we're saying, where it's like, dude, really? Would you steal a car? I know you know, and then murder somebody, and then you recorded it? And now I've seen it, so I know that you're guilty as hell? Why did you upload? Did you upload that?
Maybe.
Right? You get me?
Yeah.
So what does that have to do with what I studied? Because no, and I'm going to take what they did. Watch. Critical mass reaching where everything is meta. I'm taking what they did. I'm taking that content, talking about it to you to show you what I learned this weekend, because what I learned this weekend was partly on how to create content. And so now this conversation is now ultra meta, because I studied how to make content. I took content. I talked about content that I made, and now I'm teaching you about how to make content. And that's what I studied this weekend. And so now in this moment here, you are now in a kind of like a meta environment.
Meta environment.
Do you feel that?
I do feel that.
How does that feel? Like this sense of awareness, like this depth?
It feels like encouraging, like a little secret to get successful. I don't know. It's like you just have a little taste of like, what's real. So like, what can you do with that knowledge?
Yeah.
Like, what are you going to do with it?
Yeah. Because it's so, what would you, yes, you do get it. And remember I told you even before we started, you say things in a way that doesn't make sense all the time.
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. Because yes, at the core of it, you are 100% correct. At the core of it. Now, I can't necessarily understand what you said if I just took it on face value.
Yeah.
But since you're so correct, it's like, yeah, it is. I am teaching you information that does make you success, and it's kind of a secret.
It is. Right,
but you see how you like how else would you describe that if not saying this is like we're reaching a place now watch, you get this, right?
I do.
You get this, but I had to kind of explain it and unpackage it. I talk about the cyclist that killed somebody, et cetera, right?
That was a good example.
Okay, it was a very good example because it's like, dude, why? Why would you record yourself doing that?
Yeah.
Like, oh no, Jacob, I didn't upload it. Okay, bro, at least you didn't upload it, but you still recorded it.
Yeah. I mean, it did get a lot of views.
They recorded it because they wanted it to be content.
Yeah.
Even if it was amongst their friends, even if it was a memory. But they totally didn't respect the fact that, dude, there's a law out there that's going to take this evidence and put you in jail.
Yeah.
And so anyways, I want to hear your feedback, but that's why I wrote that piece of content, and now when I wrote that content, it was very abstract. Like, of course I could teach people, do you want to lose fat? Cut down your sugary drinks. And you saw me create that content on some level, right?
You're giving like a little tip.
A little tip, that's very easy. Where my head exists is where you're hearing now. Like, to me, it's very easy to cut out calories. I've known that for years. So as I've expanded, now I'm in the everything is meta. That's where my head's at. Because why? Because
you got that piece of knowledge. Yeah. And you used it in a way.
Yes. And now I'm here where it's like, teach me something, Jacob. It's like, I could teach you in a boring way, which is the fortune is in the follow-up, or let's follow with people, let's call people. That's the boring way, I think. In other words, people can say, like, you learned that. It's not very exciting.
It's not.
Right. But if I say, now you hear everything is meta, this is how, let's look at these cyclists. Let's discuss it.
The example.
Now you've heard, now you're now living in the lesson. You are now part of the lesson. So you are now a meta example, once again, as to what I learned, right? So if I could teach you anything, I'd say you are the lesson now. you are now a living, breathing part of the lesson I learned. So you could, when you go back to this recording, if someone said, Jacob, tell me what I learned. What you learned. It's like, I just taught you because you experienced what I learned. You are now.
You gave me like a full insider. Like,
well, you're literally in it.
Yeah,
you're literally in it.
Let me picture it for you. Let me present an image, an example, a story that I literally saw. Like,
I'm gonna show it to you in a bit.
Okay, he's gonna show it to me. Yeah. Yeah. But I get it. I do get it. I'm in the experience, and I do understand. And actually, that's a very it's very smart. It's a very smart way of saying it.
So, in essence, what's one thing I learned? It's how to create better content. Mm-hmm. Now, someone could watch this video and go, "Well, I think your content sucks." It's like, great.
You got me a view.
Your opinion. Remember, haters are part of the whole thing.
Yes, they are.
It's like, as long as did you really hate it? I totally hated it. Good. At least you didn't think it was like nothing.
Yeah.
You thought it sucked, right? It's like, yes, I did. Great. Thank you for that. Because again, once a hater is part of the team.
Yeah.
Anyways, what is your thoughts on where we're going with this? And you've heard me talk. You talked about the lesson. We've created content. We talked about how everything is meta, how everything is reaching a critical mass where it's meta. What is your thoughts on what we're discussing now in this and the whole thing? What's your kind of like instinctual gut reaction to this?
Honestly, I think it's very important to think like that, like the meta ideas, the fortune is the follow-up, to get that experience and like re-experience again, to show them that what you can do with that piece of knowledge. And who doesn't like secrets?
Yeah.
You know? It's like gossip, but like in a way that's positive. Yeah. To show you like, okay, you have this idea, this idea, this idea. Like, what can you do to be successful content?
Right, exactly. Yeah, you're using lessons to actually so people think business is boring or business is challenging. It's boring and challenging because it takes courage and it takes creativity and it takes like I really liked it when 5:30 came. I go, you ready? You go, yeah, or something like that, right? And I said, I really appreciate that energy. Why? Because it's expansive energy. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I have to go to a chiropractor. We can start wrapping up here in a minute or two. Is there anything you wanted to talk about? Because that's what's been on my mind. Does it look like I'm thinking about these? It doesn't look like I'm thinking about these things.
No, we just said, okay, freak it. Like, we're just going to talk about whatever.
Yeah.
But honestly, like, I had nothing going on in my mind. I just feel like I just put trust in your word. And I knew we were going to talk a little bit what we're going to do today. So I was like, you know what? I already know you in a way. Like, he's going to talk about what we did today, like the fortunes and the follow-up.
Yeah. So
I was like, you know what? I'm down for that. Let's do it. I'll put my knowledge in it. You give me your experience. Put my intake.
Yeah. The fortunes in the fall. That's a classic term. We were following up with people that we had reached out to for training. I think people sometimes start training or any business and they think that it's all glitz and glamour. It's like there's some just basic stuff where it's like call people, message them
7 times.
Yeah, where it's just but again, even though that seems dumb, it's like it's not dumb. It's business. It's a science. It's a science.
If you call them once, that's like, okay, like you're starting twice, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It's like if you really want it.
And it seems like we're getting better results. The morning, I really found myself, I needed this weekend to rest. For some reason, I just needed to rest. On Saturday, I was tired for like the midday. I was like, I don't know, I was just fucking sore. How about you?
I'm all right. I could do a good workout.
Yeah? Yeah. All right. Well, I'll see you tomorrow at 7:30.
Yes. We both have to promise.
Tomorrow we're doing glutes and hamstrings. Remember, we're moving it.
Yes. I'm ready.
Okay. Any last words before we close up?
No.
Okay.
Just whatever you do with this a little piece of knowledge, really stop and think what you can do with it.
Yeah. Well, I'm Jacob Adams. This is Nicole. We'll see you next time. Peace. All right.